Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today's September 18th, 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to spark a second American Civil War in the United States on the date of September 19th, 2024. So exactly how this will manifest in reality is obviously not known, but I have identified a 6-point plan by the CIA to stage a civil war in the United States. That being said, in order for this to happen, one Kamala D. Harris has to become president of the United States. So it's virtually certain that one Joseph R. Biden will resign and be assassinated or die on the date of September 19th of 2024. Coincidentally, that date marks 18,304 days since Richard M. Nixon resigned back on August 9th of 1974. This obviously has the 84 numerology, the Barack Obama birthday, August 4th birthday numerology, and it also has the pi numerology of 3.14, which is found in the CIA logo of a 16-point star. So exactly how the Civil War will commence is obviously not known, but it will begin with a Donald J. Trump arrest, will likely be followed by political kidnappings and blood sacrifices, mail and package bombing attacks, storming attacks, gun confiscation, and ultimately civil war. So first step, in respect to the impending arrest of Donald J. Trump. Trump thus far has suffered 2 impeachments, 4 arrests, 91 felony charges, and 2 assassination attempts. And he was just endorsed by 3 Democrats, Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And this is designed to, all this political persecution and subsequent endorsements by Democrats is designed to make Trump worth fighting for, if you like. So basically, what's going on is that on September 16th, they arrested Sean Diddy Combs for arson, forced labor, kidnapping, racketeering, and sex trafficking. And so that's September 16th and September 19th. This is the 6 and 9 numerology. They plan to arrest Donald J. Trump for a litany of charges, including but not limited to forced labor, kidnapping, racketeering, sex trafficking, probably tax evasion, fraud, and a number of other charges. Obviously, these charges are bullshit, but they are designed to make it appear that Trump is being persecuted, which he is. And so the Diddy arrest was designed to set the precedent for that, and then Trump will be arrested on Thursday, September 19th. And this will be the first step in the Second American Civil War. On the heels of Trump being arrested, the CIA will execute, most likely via the Israeli Mossad, political kidnappings across the United States. These are basically people that are a threat to their impending coup in the United States, the Civil War coup, if you like, and as well as a number of celebrities such as Taylor Swift, Tom Brady, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that the CIA has been desperately foaming at the mouth to basically murder them in these ritualistic blood sacrifices. And in order to foreshadow this notion, back on October 7th of 2020, the FBI staged the arrest of 13 militia members, pro-Trump militia members, for an alleged plot to kidnap Democrat Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan. And coincidentally, on the very same date of October 7th, 2023, the CIA staged the Hamas kidnappings, which they still hold the hostage. And the date of October 7th, 2020 and 2023 is no mistake, because, as I'll get into later, this impending civil war in the United States is going to be executed at the behest of the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, using Hamas and a bunch of other terror groups. So step 3 is a wave of mail and package bombings. So the people that they don't kidnap, they're going to blow up in a series of bombings. And so if you recall, back on November 1st of 2018, the CIA staged a series of 16 mail-based pipe bombing attacks and hoaxes targeting CNN, the DNC, as well as prominent Donald J. Trump critics, including Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Hillary Clinton. And so that was designed to set the precedent. That's the number 16, and then that's 19, September 19th, and this is obviously the 6 and 9 numerology again. And then in order to make it appear that pro-Trump people are sending these, on March 24th of 2023, white powder was sent to New York District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who is prosecuting Trump. 2 days ago, on September 16th, there was and it's ongoing, so it's happening right now, but it began on September 16th of 2024. Threatening letters with an unknown substance was sent to U.S. election officials in 15 different states: Alaska, Colorado, Connecticut, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New York, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, and Wyoming. Firstly, the mysterious substance will predictably turn out to be some sort of biological or chemical agent that will likely start some sort of a second global biological pandemic. That's a possibility. But what this has done is this has not only has threatened those officials if they certify for Trump in the upcoming election, but it is likely provide a logistics cover for impending attacks, which I'm going to get into later. And then a day later, on the 17th, was the first wave of these so-called pager explosions across Lebanon. And then today, on the 18th, they said they staged a second wave of these pager explosions across Lebanon. And also today, they coincidentally found a bomb at allegedly, they spread rumors of a bomb being found by police in Long Island surrounding a Trump rally. So this is because they're going to stage a series of bombings across the United States. These could be IEDs, VVIEDs, car bombings, truck bombings, pipe bombings, package bombings, mail bombings, and they're going to be blamed on pro-Trump supporters once Trump is arrested. The third step is, or the fourth step, I should say, is they're going to stage a bunch of storming attacks. So the false flag, Alex Jones, Hal Turner-led storming attack of the U.S. Capitol building back on January 6th of 2021 was followed by a storming attack targeting the Oregon State Capitol building in Salem, Oregon, the Idaho State Capitol building in Boise, Idaho, and the Michigan State Capitol building in Lansing, Michigan. That was in those three were in 2020. And so those, the one in DC and Oregon, Idaho, and Michigan, as well as probably a number of other ones. And this also is providing logistics cover for these impending attacks. So there's also the possibility they'll stage some sort of storming, pro-Trump storming attack targeting live sporting events or political related events. So those events were designed to set the precedent as well as provide logistics for secondary events. So in the aftermath of political kidnappings, bombings, and storming events post-Trump arrest, the CIA will therefore have the what they call the motive to, or the political will to basically ban guns in the United States, and that'll be the official declaration of civil war. And that's why Kamala Harris in the debate with Trump stated that she has a gun, even though it's highly unlikely. It's because she's going to ban guns. So some sort of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention based emergency orders or executive orders banning or restricting the sale and or possession of ammunition, assault rifles, and firearms is expected in the United States, and this will obviously trigger nationwide gun protests and gun riots. Martial law will likely be declared, and the deployment of the National Guard. And then this is designed to provide the timely motive for the secession of multiple states from the Union, including but not limited to Arizona, Florida, New Mexico, and Texas. And if you think that a civil war is out of the realm of possibility, back on April 12th of 2016, there was a film entitled Captain America: Civil War. More recently, on March 14th, 2024, which again has the 3.14 numerology that I mentioned at the beginning, It, the movie is a civil war, and in this movie, the president is getting assassinated, and that's what they're doing to Trump because they're using these assassinations to start a civil war in the United States. And 2 days after this movie Civil War came out, Trump said, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath, and that's because there's going to be no election because they plan on starting a civil war in the United States prior to. So once the Civil War is declared officially in the aftermath of gun confiscation or the banning, revocation of the Second Amendment, the CIA is going to bring in, which are likely already in the United States, belligerents from the Israeli-Hamas war, the Russo-Ukrainian war, the Syrian Civil War, and the Yemeni Civil War. And so back on May 1st of 2014, the CIA founded what's called the Wagner Group. It's a Russian mercenary group. And 4 days later, on May 5th of 2014, the CIA founded the Azov Battalion, which is a neo-Nazi battalion. So you have Russians and neo-Nazis. And so the CIA plans to import those, and that's why they're repeatedly calling Republicans Nazis and aligning them with Trump, because the CIA is going to bring in these battalions of foreign forces, mercenaries, into the United States to conduct a civil war. Back on August 5th of 2022, the Israeli Mossad, or the Israeli Defense Forces, mobilized 25,000 troops in Operation Breaking Dawn. And so you're going to have Israeli forces, you're going to have Russian forces, you're going to have neo-Nazi Ukrainian forces that the CIA is going to bring into the United States to basically claim that these are Americans fighting against the U.S. government, when in fact they're foreign operatives, foreign mercenaries. And there's been a number of almost too many generals in the Russian, Russo-Ukrainian war, as well as the Israeli-Hamas war, that have been killed, and so it's likely that their deaths have been faked, or at least a number of them have been faked, and that they will become generals and commanders in the United States for their respective forces. And back on April 17th of 2024, the CIA staged these unprecedented wave of pro-Palestinian or anti-Israel protests across university campuses across the United States, and that's because they plan to use these university campuses as forts, for lack of a better word, or as bases for this impending civil war. And this is designed, obviously, to shut down higher learning and to terrorize students, as well as to destroy knowledge and to basically turn the world upside down, or turn the United States upside down. And the same can be said for a bunch of Walmart stores. So they're going to use Walmart stores and university campuses as their base from which they fight from. So I don't know which side will choose which, but and these are basically all going to be groups that are organized by the CIA. And then back in 2012, as you recall, as I published, if you follow my blog, the activation of the Skynet NATO Terminator drone system. So they're going to be flying Reaper drones and Predator drones over the United States and be blowing up anybody that they want to, and basically blame these belligerents that are in the United States. So just to recap, CIA is planning on staging a major offensive in the United States, which will be executed by the Israeli Mossad, using a bunch of foreign mercenaries and assets, and it will likely start on September 19th with the arrest of Donald J. Trump, followed by political kidnappings and blood sacrifices, mail-in package bombings, storming attacks, gun confiscation, and ultimately civil war. Obviously, this plan is been in the working for at least 10 years, and so if they don't do it on September 19th, they will do it at some date prior to the election on November 5th. But September 19th appears to be the day when shit will hit the fan, and America as we know it will no longer be. So anyways, in the event that this happens on September 19th or any date prior to the election on November 5th of 2024, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.